slavery.
She watched 38%. You kidding me?
Where my music at, man? You ain't got no music?
Oh. It's 8 o'clock straight up, too.
Where the music at?
Gracious.
What up? That ain't help either.
That's so dope.
He asked,
hey.
Are we live?
I think we live. Welcome. What's the word Wednesday? Since Roger ain't got no music, I'ma just sing a song anyway.
Hey, everybody.
What's up? I see people jumping on. Y'all don't see me, but I can see you. Hey.
So where am I? I'm looking here.
Now look over there and hit refresh that jump. But then you can look at this
Refresh.
camera right here. What's up, everybody? Roger don't have no music playing. We supposed to have some music playing.
He waits till I'm a
That's
little
your fault.
rusty, y'all. I'm a little rusty, but I'm back.
Sing a song.
But I'm back. Back in stride
Hey.
again.
Are we live?
I don't
They can
know.
see us. I can't see us over
You
here.
gotta help me out, man. You know, I'm not computer
You're not
literate as you
computer
guys.
What's up, everybody? We working out some technical difficulties. Roger don't have our theme music playing or nothing.
We a little rusty, but it's all good. We got Mr. Two Jackets Jenkins with us, y'all.
Say hello to the people, Daryl.
What up, folks?
There you go, right there.
There we go.
Let's see. Hit that mute button so ain't no sound coming out of there.
I'm not in the picture though.
Well, you got to slide on over. Y'all can see us? Can y'all see us? Can you hear us? Please
Now,
let us
actually,
know.
we see your computer setup.
You can see the computer set up, but can you see that? Is that joint still
No.
doing trickery stuff?
Yes, it is.
I don't like that.
Well, how come we can still see?
We can see Daryl. Can y'all see Daryl?
Oh, this is delayed, right?
Yeah, I think it's delayed. But
Okay.
we don't see you though. What's up, everybody?
So you gotta slide back that way.
Who, me?
Just a little bit. Well, no, you good. I gotta. We
Hey,
gonna be
you
too
close
close.
there, bro. Too
You
close.
got the Batman ears on.
Yeah.
Oh, you saw that?
We gonna. I don't know why that joint doing that. I don't like it. We gonna figure it out. Well, listen. While I'm talking to y'all, watch out. Welcome, everybody, to another episode. This is gonna be one of them technical crazy episodes, right? I see snow falling and all kinds of other stuff. Welcome to another episode of What's the Word Wednesday, where we do our very best to try to motivate, encourage, inspire you, lift you up, give you some everyday nuggets that you can use practically in your life and in your business. I am Eric Clifton. This is
Roger the Dodger Lillard.
and we have a special guest. Can y'all see him? This is Mr. Daryl Jenkins, Two Jackets. Say what's up, Mr. Two Jackets.
What up, folks?
That thing is it doing that by itself? Oh my goodness. This is gonna be a crazy show. Go ahead, Daryl. Say what's up to the people.
We a little
What up?
animated today,
What's up?
y'all. A little animation going on.
That looks crazy. And how they gonna pay attention to us with all that going?
I think it's that new phone, man.
Actually, listen. I did. That's the new phone doing that stupid stuff on its own. That's retarded. It's going dark and coming
It's
in
the
and
phone,
out.
not him, y'all. It's the phone, not him.
It's the phone.
What up, folks?
That thing is. Hey, this is crazy. So listen, if those of y'all who are watching us live right now, they laughing at us. Listen, I put a link inside of the Facebook group. We are also at the same time, simultaneously, we're going live in YouTube for the first time today. Live on YouTube. What's the word? Look at your eyes, man. That is crazy. Live on YouTube. What's the word Wednesday? Check us out. It's not. Daryl, can you see these faces it's putting on us?
Man, I can see every one of them.
I don't know how to stop that or anything. This is interesting. Go ahead, Roger. You talk to the people.
Well, first and foremost, if you're brand new watching What's the Word Wednesday, this is something that we do every second and fourth Wednesday of the month. You don't want to miss it. Like he said, where we encourage, we inspire, give you tricks of the trade on the industry of network marketing, and we talk about teletravel as well. And I'm excited right now because we got a special guest with us today, Mr.
goodness.
Two Jackets. Listen, he's a one-star director and ambassador, which is very rare in our entire company. So Kudos to him.
I don't know how anybody's gonna pay attention to
he
you
is,
with the
he is with
mustache.
us.
You see that, dog? Got the purple mustache and everything.
Let's go with some announcements.
Please go over some announcements.
What's today? Wednesday?
Yeah.
Well, if you're in the DMV on tomorrow night, we're going to be at the Sheraton at the BWI 7:30 to 8:30. It's an opportunity for you to expose your prospects to the opportunity. You want to get them there. That's from 7:30 to 8:30. Get there early. Of course, we got coming up on Tuesday. We're at the Harbor Side in Oxon Hill. Of course, you want to bring your prospects out so they can see the bigness of the business. And so those are the two places that we have every week, Tuesdays and Thursday nights. And we also have coming up, what we got coming up?
Cookout, 27th, July 27th.
Okay.
Tell them about the cookout.
This is my first hearing it.
So listen, guys, on July 27th, you guys should be able to register for that right now. Somebody please put the link in there, the Eventbrite link. On July 27th, we are having a major team cookout celebration, karaoke style. It's our annual event. We do something like this every year. The directors in training are putting in. So this is a free event for everybody. You ain't gonna have to pay nothing. You can donate if you want. I can see it in the back there now. This is crazy. Free event. Don't have to pay anything. Come on out. It's going to be right after the Super Saturday. Which the Super Saturday is on July 27th. That's going to be from 10 to 2. It'll be over at 2 o'clock. And so we'll be starting right about that 4 o'clock time until the cops come knocking.
Absolutely. Hey, real quick though, hey, if you're watching this right now and your team, part of your team is not part of Platinum Network, you want to make sure that they also get join Platinum Network so they don't miss out on all the information that's being shared with you all.
Absolutely. So listen, on today, what we're going to be doing, while we have Mr. Two Jackets himself here, we're going to be taking some questions. So I need y'all to throw in some questions, type in some questions. We got 3 dynamic directors right here. Take advantage, ask us some questions, travel related, business related, marketing related, mindset, somebody getting on your nerves, you want to know how to deal with them. Just let's shoot with the questions. We're trying to be serious, Danielle, but I can see the thing keep putting these dumb things over our face and over our head. I look like I was on Roger Rabbit just now. This is interesting. You look like Kumo D's little cousin.
What?
But definitely get us some questions, and also please let me know, somebody, if you checked on the YouTube channel, that link that I put in the group. Let us know if you can see us on that as well.
This is Q&A day, y'all. It's a Q&A. All you gotta do is put the questions in.
Say we play too much.
We're gonna answer the questions.
Darryl, that's your computer.
Q&A day.
Is it? Yeah, well, somebody all that extra feedback. So who got a question? Who got a question for us?
Let's see some questions, y'all.
Now, I got a question for you, Mr. Two Jackets, though. Why they coming up with some questions? Because I know there's some other people who are considering or thinking about possibly becoming an ambassador. What was the easiest thing or easiest part of becoming an ambassador, and what was the hardest part?
That's a real good question. I think the easiest part was coming up with that $5,000 in commission, right? You get into business and you set your goal. The goal is to reach that $5,000 commission point so you can be accepted. Of course, making, dream makers, vacation builders, and then, of course, travel genius. I think the hardest part about it was probably being able to learn the individual training presentations and having to train directly with our dynamic director of training, Ms. Jessica Sitterman, she's a stickler for certain things when it comes to training, but she's a ball of fun to work with. For the most part, I tell people it's not what most people think, and it's great to have a red jacket, but as they continue to evolve the role of an ambassador and what it is they want us to do and how they want us to help shape the agency, it's kind of one of them things, if you're not really fully vested in it, you might not want to do those things. So careful consideration is a plus.
So you pretty much got to be serious about this thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Bunny, we see Bunny. You just popped on in. We can't see you. We just saw your face, Miss Bumper.
One-star director in the house.
She might be having some technical difficulties. She popped in and then popped out.
So, Derek, I got a question for you as well. How long did it take you to accumulate that commission to become an ambassador?
That too is a good question, and it's a good question because that could vary from person to person. Individuals who are doing independent bookings, $200 and $300 here, it could take them some time to get $5,000 in a 12-month calendar period. There are some people who are connected to different circles. And so them being able to do small group cruises, 12, 18 cabins, 20 cabins, they're able to earn a little more commission off of doing group bookings versus individual bookings, which helps them kind of get to that price point a lot faster than most people.
Awesome. There you go, Miss Bunny. We see you, but we don't see you.
We see a picture. So we got Corey Grant in the house.
What's up, Corey? Bunny, you just popping in, but you ain't figured it out quite yet, I guess. And I'm just asking, guys, what are the questions? What are the questions that we would love to answer for you?
I'm in my car and at my parents' house, so I'm just listening in. So there's a possibility that I won't be able to do too much talking because I'm kind of watching my mom.
Well, while we got you on here, say hello to everybody out there. And
hi, everybody. How you all doing?
I'm sure they're doing fine. They can't answer you. But so listen, while we throwing questions out there, waiting for someone else to ask us a question. What was for you the easiest part about becoming a director, and what was the hardest part about becoming a director?
Okay. The easiest part, I love people anyway, so I can talk to anybody. It wasn't a problem for me to talk to people. The hardest part for me was I used to get in my feelings. Get in my feelings that, I didn't like the word no, and I would take it personal. But once I got the development with reading the book, Go for No, I changed my posture, and no was just, okay, it's fine. So that was the hardest for me. And then it was outcome of that as well. So, and as far as director, you've got to be a leader. You really have to be a leader. Sometimes people are not coachable, and I know at one time I wasn't, but I'm coachable now. So.
All right, man.
Yeah.
So that's a great question. Come on, Pa, say hi to everybody. Hi. No, this way. Look at that. Look at say hi.
Hi, buddy.
Say hi. Wave to him. Say hi, everybody.
In the camera.
Say hi. She's just gonna come in here and bust in on us. All right, now you can look this way and say hi to everybody over there. Say hi.
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 It's me.
Huh?
It's me.
That's you. It's me. Okay. That's pie, y'all. All right. I done forgot what was the question.
Well, I have a question for Ms. Bumpers. Hello, how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Question:
Good.
What was your breakthrough or your aha moment when you said, you know what, now I need to become coachable? Go in there, Rolodex.
Yeah. It's just like with anything else. If you keep hitting a wall and it's not working, and to me, I was always a leader in my professional arena. I used to be a supervisor. I used to have to coach people myself. So I think that sometimes when you're you're a leader in a past life or something, you try to apply that in this other life which was network marketing, that I could do the same thing. Now, some things I can, but some things I could not. And so I just had to just say, okay, well, maybe I better listen. Maybe I need to read a little bit more in order for it to work. And I think that sometimes because you get comfortable in where you are, I was comfortable. So my aha moment was, this is what I want to do. I want to be director. What else do I need to do? Let me listen a little bit more. You may not hear me say a whole lot of things, but I listen. And then I started applying.
So the aha moment was you just decided to stop being comfortable and becoming uncomfortable. And what most people don't realize is if you're comfortable now, you will be uncomfortable later. So you have to be uncomfortable now in your business. Do the uncomfortable thing so that you can be comfortable later. Good stuff.
So I got a question for y'all, since y'all haven't chimed in with any questions. I'm checking the row. I don't see nobody asking no questions. My question for y'all is, who didn't get a check last week? I see a bunch of people looking right now. Did everybody watching us get a check last week? Are you guys getting weekly checks? If you're not getting weekly checks, you probably should have a question. If you're not, I'm gonna say it again. If you're not getting weekly checks, you should have some kind of question. Question might be, how can I get a weekly check? Something. You got 4 directors right here. Most of us are getting weekly checks. Darryl getting a bunch of checks because he got 2 jackets.
Oh, you have a cool hat on right there.
My man say, I got a check. Hey, look, Jared, when you getting multiple checks, Jared, you going hard. We need to get you on here next so we can interview you.
Yes,
find
sir.
out what you doing. Darryl, where you go, Darryl?
I'm still here.
What's the word? Wednesdays with our 2 superstars in the building. Listen, I got another question for you. If you could do it all over again, like we just transitioned over here, getting started, what would you do differently, Darryl, knowing what you know now about the industry, what you had to go through to get the 2 jackets? Would you do something differently? What would you do?
My journey was a little different than a lot of people. And I always look at people that I bring into business and I'm like, I have to compare Bunny and her door opening.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So I had to compare my journey. I tell people all the time, we look at, goals are important. So for me, I looked at how long it took for me to get from having not a single person to getting to goal builder, from goal builder to 2020, from 2020 to director and trainer, and then that journey on to becoming director, which I thought was never going to take place. And so I kind of feel for some of the people because I kind of know what that level of frustration feels like, where you looking at the numbers and you trying hard and you're trying to rally your team and you're trying to get them as excited as you, and then you realize that at some point that goal builder is really what you do and directorship is what you and your team do together.
That's
And
good.
without having a team,
That's good.
and everybody working towards the same common goal, it really doesn't make a difference how bad you really want it, because at the end of the day, you can't make somebody else excited for something that they are going to benefit from in the end. Me helping people and keeping my foot in next to get them to goal builder to get that extra 10% commission override. I mean, the reality is who doesn't need an extra $20 check or even the $40 you're going to need to pay for the monthly bill. So the thing is, I think just having a sense of urgency for me was important. So I don't think I would do anything differently. I think having some people that really understood what that really means is probably what I would probably change. It's
I
probably
got
going
a
after
question.
something that's probably a little more
All right.
competitive like myself. I'm going to say it that way.
Okay, so this is probably a question for you anyway. This is coming from our man Jared. He says, how do I, as a new travel agent, fight being overwhelmed in the business?
Organization. Organization.
Break that down for I know what you coming from, but break it down for people.
Yeah, I mean, I think people, fail to realize that all of us pretty much have busy lives. And again, I do both sides of the business and by myself. Some people have significant others that do one part while they focus on another. So for people like myself who do both sides and still have a team of individuals supporting the entire Platinum Network on top of the 45,000 agents in IntelliTravel, in addition to working 12 hours a day. So the reality is my time is kind of spread all over the place. But you got to carve out that time and you got to figure out exactly when am I going to sit down and focus on building my team? What set of hours am I going to focus on working on my travel quotes and allowing myself some time to get back to my customers? If it's 48 hours because I need to do some research, I need to know what that window of opportunity looks like for me. So organization.
That was one heck of an answer. If y'all, I hope y'all paid attention to that one right there. So organization sound like that's something, Darryl, that people need to have in the beginning. As a matter of fact, after you just said that, I'm thinking about all the excuses I get from all them extra busy people.
Yep.
And then I got to look at Darryl Two Jackets Jenkins over here,
Working 12 hours.
12 hours. Man, I mean, tiresome type job that he got, right? Then he doing both sides of the business by himself, no significant other. Had to get them 5 stacks before even being considered to go through the training part, right? That's amazing. And then also had to organize and rally the troops and get 100 people on the team minimum to become a director.
It's two things.
Excuses off the table, y'all, for real.
It's two things that you gotta have as a business person, right? You have to have a schedule, which Darryl, you have a schedule, right? You got it on your calendar. You got, what days you gotta make the phone call to your clients and to your prospects, right? You do that as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, my calendar looks a little different than most people because, again, they're trying to grab all of the people that come to them. And I'm not working with people like that. I'm just kind of like, like my stuff has probably been spread out from probably 6 months ago. So
Right.
I'm working on a big destination wedding to the DR in August that we finally have now finished. So all payments are in. Everything is in finalization stage. And we getting ready to travel over there in a couple of weeks. So, for me, that was the bulk of my work. Month was focused on that particular client because it was one of those high ticket commission clients that you really want. So, you pick and choose. And I had some people in the in-between that I focused on. But again, those things take me like little to no time to do.
Right.
Like I said, even having that large group of 29 rooms and over, 40, 50 people, you got to figure out how to manage those monthly payments, how to make sure you keep everybody on schedule, how to keep them calm with all of the news and media stuff that's taking place with the DR. So, our role as a travel advisor is a lot more than just picking some dates up, putting them in a platform, selecting a destination and putting them in a hotel. You real life have to work your business. And so it does take some growing into as you getting started in the industry. It becomes frustrating. It becomes a headache. You get clients that want to show interest. They want to book in and then they back out or they find something online cheaper. And it happens. We can't get frustrated. It happens to us actually on both sides of the business. You get people who tell us we're going to start and it takes them 2 years to get started, but they get started anyway, right?
Right.
So,
Okay. I think we got another question all the way from Louisiana. I believe it's Shreveport. This Carla Alexander Lewis says, for someone desiring 2 jackets like myself, is there something you would have done differently to acquire them? Would you say secure one first or work both together? I think you said that earlier that you've been working them both together, right?
yep.
And then Ms. Rhonda Pierce answered, you also need to know what clients to fire so they aren't wasting your time.
Absolutely, because that's important. Like I said, just because somebody come to you and they want your help doesn't mean that you have to bite the bait. I mean, I can tell people I'm not interested, and I've done that before.
Let me ask you a question, man. So what would be the red light that goes off during the conversation? Because clearly, y'all guys book way more travel than Roger, myself, and Mr. Scott, right? But what would be the red light that goes off that says, hey, you know what? this I'm not messing with them? Is it something they say like, hey, can you find me the cheapest? And you're like, or what is it?
Yeah, so those who look for the cheapest, I deal with them a little differently, but there is a red flag for me. Somebody who comes and they say something like, oh, I've talked to 2 or 3 other travel agents and I wanted to see if you could beat this rate. Yeah, if you've already done that, we're not gonna waste my time. Because at that point, now you're shopping for, and what they don't really understand is that if they're working with real true professionals, we all using the same vendors and suppliers. So at the end of the day, the price points are going to look the same.
That's a nugget.
The only thing that's going to be different is maybe where I will elect to put them at. So my level of comfort for my clients may be different than their level of comfort. They may put them in a 3-star where I may give them 4.5. So, and again, that is a difference in pricing. So at that point, it's basically now you're selling them on the value versus the price. So while they in their mind, they see the bottom line price may be cheaper, but what are you getting? And I talked a little bit about this earlier to some people in the agent departure lounge. You know, if I see something that's maybe $150 more, where they're spending $45 additional a night to stay in, but you're getting, you know, maybe more pools, you're getting more restaurant options, you're getting more luxury, you got, you know, better service. So those are things that people look at, and when you're selling that, you're selling the idea of what else am I getting for the addition.
I love it. So is there any other red flags that would have you not wasting somebody's time? I know some people say I ain't touching family members, that's a waste of time. Anything else that might, hey, I can't mess with you?
Nah, I don't really do too much with. Let me say, I won't turn away the family member. I have booked travel for family. They are a headache. That's why I ain't got no hair.
Yeah.
So, because they expect for you to do something, and they don't respect the boundaries of a business owner. So, you know, as a business owner, you basically got to set up your own shop. You got to create business hours. You know, these are my hours of operation. Don't, you know, come to me at 10:30 at night talking about, can you book me a cruise? We need to establish some boundaries. You know, right. When am I going to work this business? You know, and I'm not going to give you something right away. It's going to take me 24 to 48 hours. Let me look at some stuff and I'll get back to you. You know, don't send me your information via text. I have a landing page. Go to my website. Send me the information I need. Let me look at what you send me. You know, so now you're establishing a rhythm in your business that's going to help you stay organized and on track.
I got a major question for you. It's just crossed my mind. Have you ever had anyone that you put on a payment plan, maybe a monthly payment plan, and a month came and they didn't have the money for the payment plan? If that hasn't happened to you, if it does, how do you handle that?
One of the things I like about our business opportunity is that the suppliers don't really care about the monthly payment plan. What they tell you is if your trip qualifies, meaning that it is further out than 45 days of the date of travel, if you can make a deposit on it, you can deposit. They'll tell you when your final payment due is, and you, the agent, can break down that monthly payment, something that works well for your client. So at the end of the day, I try to make it, you know, there's some people who don't care. They say, okay, here's your deposit, and then here's your final due date. Me, I like to go in and say, okay, now that we've put your deposit down, here's your remaining balance. Let's work that within the remaining months that you will have in this plan,
okay, and
try to make it a little more easier, because when they see that smaller number over a few months, it makes it easier for them to obtain that versus giving them the final balance all at one time. So they may actually make a mistake. They may skip a month, but the reality is that they know at the end of the day, by that final payment due date, they know what they owe.
And I asked that question because that was one of the things I feared in the industry of travel, is what if somebody doesn't make a payment? So I appreciate that. Was a great answer.
Look, man, Reggie says it's a red flag for me when the customer won't give them a budget. What you think about that?
I think that's an educational opportunity, and the reason is a lot of times a person may not know what that budget look like, and the reason they don't know is because they never traveled, or they don't travel often, or they haven't traveled to whatever desired destination they're seeking now, so they really don't have a clue. So now it becomes a opportunity for you to have a more in-depth conversation and ask probing questions, so then you could really get to understand the client a little more and get that budget out of them.
love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So listen, guys. Look, anybody else ask some questions?
We got Reggie
One
Johnson
right
again.
here. And Carter asked another question.
It says, now that we have access to Fairbus, where we can add commissions, would you consider taking flights, or do you think it's still not worth messing with?
I'm going to say to each its own.
Well, you heard that, Carla? Each his own.
Each is
Each his own. I'm not going to, some people may get a group that they want to go to Fairbus or Centrav and they want to book just flights for international. They want to add their own fare mock-up. I choose not to deal with small, tedious stuff because, again, when you rubbing nickels, it's going to take you longer to get to that $5,000. So I would rather place my focus on things that I know is going to materialize a lot quicker than working on, picking sunflower seeds. I need to do something a little more tangible to help me get there.
Gotcha. That sounds good. That's good stuff.
I wish I had the other set up so I could hit the nugget button about 5 times.
He killed him.
Yeah, I hope y'all are catching these
Matter of
nuggets.
fact, show him some love, y'all. If y'all learning some
Absolutely,
stuff
absolutely. The
Show
hearts
some
and the
thumbs up.
smiling faces and
Everything
the
in
thumbs
there.
up.
This is good stuff right here.
Man, we love it. I'm loving it. Listen, we'd love to be able to keep going and going and going, but we can't. We want to respect our times. Are there any more questions before we get off this thing? Any more?
I'll tell you what, Eric. This is what we can do. Now that you got a convenient setup, I'm gonna allow one Wednesday a month. You can bring me on.
Y'all hear that?
Y'all heard that?
With two
Two
jackets.
Jackets said once a month.
Once a month.
Get access to ask questions.
I love it.
That's powerful.
For all of y'all.
Absolutely.
All of y'all. What you looking for? You got something?
I got some.
You got some going away music?
Oh, you got it on? That's you? Oh,
That's
me.
your music.
Oh, it's got me.
You hear this mess he playing?
That's
We
a-
can't
a-
even.
that's an
no
ad.
intro music, man.
I told y'all.
outro
Hold up,
music.
I'm a little rusty, y'all.
Oh,
I thought it was some
my
karaoke music.
There we go. There we go.
What's that?
It's old school, but we going out, y'all, with this. Yes. Old school.
Okay. Listen, guys. We'll be right back with y'all again. Second and fourth Wednesdays. We got Mr. Two. What's up with your music, man? We got Mr. Two Jackets himself. You know what I'm saying? Phone down. Shout out to Buddy, Yvette Bumpers for joining us as well. We
Thank you
definitely
very much.
appreciate that.
Another one-star director chimed in with us today.
Absolutely, absolutely. So definitely tell your team to come on in with us 2 weeks from now. Roger done messed up the outro music. So that's
I'll
it.
have it right next time, y'all. A little rusty, We're
gonna go on down to that old town road with this phone he got. And I'm gonna take my horse to the hotel. That's the outro music. Old town road, I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
Yep, phone just died.
We got 2 jackets in the back. I ain't got no more. That's it, y'all. Good night.
Hey, see you.